We have parties for people to attend. So for those of you coming through, welcome to Osekrum, welcome to the Garden City, welcome to Otum Force Land. Officially, this is the most vibrant airspace, Love 99.5 FM. My name is Melvin the Enigma, the city chauffeur. Welcome aboard.
Drive time on Love.
With Melvin.
I had to end music because I have an important conversation coming up. And you know, all of the time, when there's something important for us to talk about, I definitely will want to be the individual or be that medium to which I convey those very messages to you. So it doesn't actually seem new to you. Now, for those of you who've heard about QNET, we understand that. Now, there's a whole lot of a controversy about QNET. Today, we'll lay it all bare, open up that very conversation as well on here. I know you hear or you know about this it is an abbreviation, yeah, but it's one of the most popular abbreviations in the country now. Sameka EOCO ase wunim. Now, when individuals hear about EOCO, then it means it's either they are going after someone or some investigations have actually come up. So today in the studio with me right here, Love 99.5 FM, I've got an individual from QNET and two individuals from EOCO joining me in the studio this very evening for us to get into that very conversation. When we talk about QNET, what is it about? When you talk about EOCO, what exactly is the thing that they do? This is Love 99.5 FM, City's greatest late afternoon show, The Drive Time. Buckle up, let's have some great conversation and as well education on the show. Usual suspect are on the show at exactly 5:30. We cross over to Joy 99.7 FM in the capital, coming through with a top story and as well Ghana Connect. We are back at exactly 7 to 8 for the after drive, giving you that relaxational music after a busy day at work. It's a Friday. Let's calm it down. In the studio with me, I have Theodosia Nana Korte, who is head of compliance at QNET, staff officer. Dominic Mensah as well, head of anti-human trafficking unit of EOCO. And also have Detective Stanley Fixon Armour, who is public affairs unit of EOCO with me in the studio of Love 99.5 FM. Good evening, gentlemen and a lady. Gentlemen and a lady, I should say, yeah. How are we doing?
Good evening, Mel.
Yeah, how are we doing? Your microphones are actually on, so speak into the microphones for me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice one. Now, first off, let's get into the conversation very, very quick. It is very, very important. But first off, let me start from EOCO. When we say EOCO, what is EOCO all about? Who's going to take that one for us?
Well, so let me say a very good evening to your cherished listeners, and then your warm reception here. So when we say EOCO, I mean, this is a government institution purposely set for specialized investigations. And so let me share with you first and foremost the mandate of the office. So per the Act 804, Act 2010, that established EOCO, we are expected to prevent, detect, investigate, monitor, investigate, and then on the authority of the Attorney General, we prosecute and recover the process of crime. That is the exact distinction between EOCO and other investigative bodies, because formally we realize that people actually take advantage, they loot, they sacrifice.
That products move from the owner of the product to the end user. So the manufacturer to the owner. The manufacturer can be the owner as well to the end user. So that profit is shared between the owner and the individual that helped to promote these products. So that is direct selling, and that is the industry in which QNET operates.
Now, I know basically for what we've spoken of, which brings about the clarity, meaning direct selling and everything. But then again, it clarifies that the business model is direct selling, and that is not an investment as well as job, travel, or Ponzi scheme. So for someone who is listening to us and does not understand or have an idea when we say direct selling, what does it actually mean?
So direct selling in its simplest form is word of mouth sales.
Okay.
Which means that, say, Mel has used the products that he loves and or has also discovered that this product, I can actually make a business out of promoting this product. So Mel meets me and says, hey, Nana, I have seen this beautiful product. It's wonderful. In fact, I've used it and it's fantastic. This is how you get the product. This company manufactures the product. And wait, aside benefiting from the product, you can actually earn some commissions from promoting the product.
Okay.
Now, these products are not, you are not supposed to go buy products in bulk and then resell them. That is not how our system works. Our system works in such that you promote the product, you introduce me to the product, you show me the website, you direct me to the website, and then I register myself. But then I'm registering with your unique registration number. That is how you earn some commission from my purchase of the product. And then as I also purchase and love the product, I promote it to Dominic.
Okay.
And then Dominic uses my unique number to register. So you find out that we become a network of individuals who have promoted the products. And then the company is going to share profits from every sale with these individuals. That is direct selling.
Now, with all of this idea, I think it is actually straightforward.
Very straightforward.
Individuals should understand, because for what you've spoken of, I clearly do understand. It is a straightforward kind of thing. You introduce me to something, I just give me the procedures and as well the leeway as to how to go about it. Then I just go on there.
And there's an app too. The company has an app on the App Store.
Okay, so it's more of a referral.
Exactly, referral sales. Yes.
Referral sales,
Yes.
and that is basically what QNET is all about.
Yes.
But quite recently, you've launched a campaign, QNET Against Scam. Now, for what you've spoken of, which I think from the beginning, everyone knows that this is how the thing has to go. How come now this campaign is very, very important to QNET to launch?
Mel, we heard a lot of stories, some horrifying stories. We saw pictures of individuals who have been promised jobs outside the country, individuals promised scholarships outside the country, a whole lot. And these stories kept happening. We launched, our first campaign was the Mama campaign, which was launched in 2022. And this was on billboards, TV, radio, and all that. And then when we saw that the problem was still prevalent, we launched the QNET Against Scams campaign. Now, this was a more direct message where we were telling individuals that, hey, the company is not into visas. The company doesn't offer jobs. The company doesn't offer travel opportunities. We don't offer scholarships to any university anywhere. And this was a message we sent across the country. But in doing all that, we realized that without joining forces with law enforcement who actually deal with the problem, it will be difficult to send the message across. So while we were launching the QNET Against Scams, we started doing our stakeholder engagements. And these stakeholder engagements actually preceded the launch of the campaign, where we engaged the police, immigration, EOCO. And we are so grateful today that EOCO saw the bigger picture. They saw that, hey, crimes are being perpetrated, and if a private entity is victim of these scams, then I think it makes sense to partner with this private entity to fight the scam. And this is why we are here today, fighting the scams with EOCO.
Now, you talk about a partnership with EOCO. Basically, no company would want to go into partnership if they don't have goals for such partnership. Yeah. So I'm wanting to find out, to which everyone listening right now would also want to find out, the main goals of the partnership, and as well, how is it being implemented?
Okay, you mentioned earlier that the company's reputation is long gone, because when you mention QNET, it's so obviously the main aim is to reduce the scam. We know that at least a 419 started long ago. These scams will never go away, but at least we can fight to reduce it. So one of the aims is to reduce scams, and in the process of reducing the scams, we will be cleaning the reputation of the company. Now, another goal is to ensure that victims know where to go, because yes, victims know where to go to seek redress. So EOCO will put out their helplines. QNET will also we will put out our helplines. And then we want the perpetrators to pay. Because I don't think that it is right for anybody to get away with what is happening around.
Sure.
Nobody should get away with it. And that is why EOCO is a strategic partner in this fight.
And I think this started way back in July, right, with a partnership with EOCO. And I'm thinking, how swift EOCO works here, bro. We not to say EOCO, but
what was I there?
And it's amazing. And I really would want to congratulate the outfit for how swift they are with their dealings, how they go about things. And now it has brought a lot of sanity into the system. Everyone is very careful. Now there's a lot of education also going on, whereas you don't just pick money and just go buy anything.
Exactly.
You should be asking questions as to why, because you never know. Now, mind you might not have an idea about something you're buying, but if it is a stolen item and you bought that stolen item, you become a part of the scheme as well. And that is an amazing education EOCO is giving. Now, let me bring you, Dominic, in this very conversation as well. With all of this partnership, what has been the tangible result so far EOCO has been able to do with this partnership with QNET?
Okay, so good evening to your listeners. You know, when my colleague was mentioning our mandates, he mentioned the various crimes that we investigate. And among them is human trafficking. And with human trafficking, the office takes it very serious because that is the only crime that is mostly committed against individuals. And when individuals' lives are involved, you can't quantify it with any amount.
Sure.
So when it comes to the issue of human trafficking, we don't joke with it as an office at all. And proud to our engagement with QNET, we were already into the fight against human trafficking, where we did some exercises, where, for instance, somewhere April this year, we did an assignment where 231 individuals were apprehended. Mostly all of them were foreign nationals. We had to liaise with our foreign partners to make sure they are reintegrated with their families back home. Now, I said that when we came together with QNET, I think last month or so, we did an operation in Kaswa where we rescued 35 individuals. And today we are here. We see human trafficking as an organized crime, and that is what we are mandated to do. We see crime as crime, regardless of who committed it and who is where it's coming from. So when we and before even QNET came to us, we've had cases involving QNET where we see that people are using QNET's name to commit their own crime, and we decided to work with QNET because for some of the cases that are reported, it comes in the name of QNET. But you go into it and you don't see anything QNET. So the point is, if you decide to ignore or you think everything is QNET, and then you do away with QNET, and there are cases that do not involve, and then the cases are reported in the name of QNET that are not actually perpetrated by QNET, what do you do? So we decided to partner with them. And you see, in organized crime, no institution, even a country, no country can fight organized crime on its own. Because for the issues that we are talking about, when you start some of these things, you have individuals that have been brought from neighboring African countries. As I speak with you, if you should go to our office now, we have victims in our custody that we are taking care of with the support of QNET. We have suspects in our custody from the neighboring countries. So it means that when it comes to organized crime, we need everybody on board. So when QNET came on board, they came as an interested party, and with our act, we are mandated to investigate or collaborate with individuals or other state agencies. So they came and we all had a common interest, that is to fight organized crime, which is affecting their company's name, and that we are interested in the crime that is committed against the individuals in the case. So our major achievement is the reduction in the incidence of human trafficking in Ghana.
Then he speaks of the arrest being made so far as well. Sure. Just this afternoon when I was coming into the studio, my producer actually gave me a hint of one of some of your arrests as well. Now that says EOCO arrest 25 suspects and rescue 295 victims of human trafficking and job scam network operating under the guise of QNET only in Kumasi.
Sure. And that number is just from 2 locations.
2 locations?
Yes.
2.
We had this exercise yesterday, and before that, we had done a lot of undercover, work. Sometimes when some of these cases are reported, you don't just get up and you go and effect arrest.
True.
You have to do a lot of underground work to see. Yes. So we decided to strike yesterday at 2 locations, Kenyasi and then Eboho. Now, after the exercise at Kenyasi, we apprehended 224 individuals in I think in a 5-bedroom house. 24 individuals. You can just imagine. And then at Eboho, we had 96 individuals. But we had to bring all of them to our office because at that time, you will not know who is who. So we bring them to the office, we screen to know who the leaders are. That is, who are the suspects and then who are the victims. So after the screening, we identified 25 of them as being the leaders of the whole scheme. Yes, and then the remaining 295 being victims of the situation. Yeah, so we had to, as I speak with you, we have the suspects in our custody, pending further investigations. And then with the victims, we have to release some of them. We have to release them, and then we engage them. When dealing with victims, it's a bit difficult because their handling is it's not that straightforward like that of suspects. And these are victims that have been indoctrinated for a long time. They believe so much in what they are doing. Even when you have gone to rescue them, they see us as the ones who are trying to prevent them.
Who are rather against the whole
Exactly.
thing.
And some of them were very hostile towards us. Yes, but we know what is good for them. And I believe that, so even yesterday, for instance, QNET had to engage them after they've been, all of them, to let them know the point of departure from the QNET operations and what they have been doing in their various households. And that is where some of them, came back to their senses. But I believe that it will still take time for us to have bring them to a proper state of mind. So that's
Theodosa, let me come to you. For individuals who've been duped by other individuals claiming to be QNET, now for people who are duped and they get to find out later on that this was actually a different thing altogether, it wasn't exactly what QNET has promised them. What is QNET doing to these victims?
So, like I mentioned when I was talking about the goals of this exercise, it's also for victims to know where to go when they find themselves as victims. Like Mr. Mensah said, some of them still don't want to believe that they are victims. So when they come to that realization that they are victims, what we do is to offer legal assistance. Now, we have lawyers who help to file cases. Mind you, the monies they pay to these individuals didn't come to the company, so the company cannot refund. But what we can do is to offer legal assistance for them to recover their monies. Recently, we had a gentleman who had been lured with a job offer to go to South Africa. They said that you have a job in South Africa. They actually gave him an offer letter. But you have to go and process your documents in Nigeria. You get that thing?
Yeah.
Yes, straight flight from Accra to South Africa, but you have to go to Nigeria to process your documents. You don't need a visa to go to, but you have to go to Nigeria. And he went to Nigeria. So,
wow.
So, thankfully, he found his way to the compliance office through the intervention of Bola Ray, and we got our lawyers in Nigeria to file a complaint in Nigeria. The police arrested these gentlemen that duped him, and we had to fund his trip from Ghana to Nigeria to give a statement because they need his statement there. Yeah. So these are some of the things we can do for victims. Okay. It is not enough to just go sit on TikTok and make noise about being duped in the name of the company when the actual company is actually ready to offer assistance. So we'll put our helpline out there, we'll put our WhatsApp line out there, we'll put our email address out there for people to reach out. Reach out. Once you are committed to following the case, you would get some redress. Because sadly, victims come, you start helping them, and they relax. They tell you that, my bre. And so they pull out. And without the victim, I can't pursue the case. So we pray that when victims reach out to us and we are offering the assistance, they stay on. They remain committed to getting results.
Now, Dominic spoke of the processes to which individuals have been taken through, and they even feel like their EOCO doing their work are the ones against the system. Now, Stanley, let me bring you in because you are the detective. Definitely, you go undercover and stuff like that. How are what is the process to which these schemers are using to get people duped? What are some of the things by your investigation you got to realize that these are the things that they go by to get people duped and get people lured into the system or the scheme itself?
All right, so in our security parlance, we call it modus operandi, how they operate at achieving their target. So what they normally do, like you use the word lure, all right, they are using the network marketing strategy. So you have to refer people, okay? So imagine we wouldn't call it human traffic. Okay, I've been trafficked because I was not told, I didn't do it voluntarily. Okay, someone just called me and said that, oh, there is this job opportunity here and I wish you could take advantage of it. And in this case, they actually pressure you, telling you, oh, well, this is a Canada deal. We have only one slot. Okay, and so whatever you have, bring it. You can bring, when they charge you 40,000, you can even mobilize 20,000, and I will do the rest for you. When you come here, you come and work, and I will try, and then you try and pay. So they try to push you. For a recent report we had, in fact, it was quite miserable in a sense that this is someone who is a nurse here. Okay, she has not started practicing, but a friend had the opportunity, was contacted. So the friend has delivered, so she couldn't take advantage. So quickly, the uncle took advantage, the brother took the advantage, and later this bestie, the Gen Z's language, this bestie also said that, well, once you cannot go, then let me go. Okay? Now, the mother has to go and sell a parcel of land and other things to be able to raise the 45,000 that they are talking about. Raise the funds, and then they have to enroll through Nigeria. Okay? So they go through Nigeria, and when they got there, there was no Canada. And normally they take these people to spots like Leke and Nugu and so on. So what they basically do is to deceive you that this is there, so come for it. And in that way, that kind of deception is actually defrauding. Because you really know that you are offering something which you are not capable of delivering. All right? And so they actually deceive you with all sort of manner of things. And then when you come in there, you just find out there is no such. So it's actually basically deception and pressure, sometimes torture. All right? Sometimes torture. And that's why we are saying that we see this as pure human trafficking incidents, which we are mandated as EOCO to fight, instead of just partnering QNET.
Now, Theodosia, let me bring you in this one as we are wanting to find a close to this very conversation. What is the key message QNET together with EOCO wanting the public to know about?
So we want the public to know that QNET is not a Ponzi scheme, one. We want to know that QNET does not offer visas for travels. QNET does not offer international jobs. QNET does not offer scholarships. QNET wants everyone who wants to do business with them to register in the proper way. One, you are supposed to abide by the laws of the country where you are operating from. And if, like Mr. Stanley said, if it sounds too good to be true, if you are being given too much pressure, pull back and rethink it. Because no university will offer you admission using a Gmail address. No university, because we have seen that. No university will offer you admission with a Gmail address. So we just want people to be a bit more vigilant. Do a bit of research. And then I would like to put our line up there, WhatsApp line out
Please
there.
do.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I was about asking how people can actually contact QNET and as well EOCO in Ghana.
Yes, so if you have a complaint, you want to send an email, it is network.integrity@qnet.net.
Okay, let's take that one again.
Network.integrity@qnet.net. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, It is 025
025
66
66
30
30
005.
005.
Should I take it again?
Please do.
025
025
66
66
30
30
005.
005. And for those of you out there, you've heard about QNET. We've had an in-depth conversation about QNET as well. Now, mind you, QNET is not giving visas to travel outside the country. That is not the work of QNET. If you want to travel outside the country, Bova Stores is actually here for you to secure you those visas. But for QNET, theirs is strictly business. And it's not even they taking money from you and stuff like that. There's actually a process to which you can actually go through. Now, for those of you who want to be a part of the QNET business as well, you can discover more at their website. That is www.qnet.net. That is www.qnet.net. And also, you can also contact the media contact, that is Francis Sam, PR manager, on the email francis.sam@qnet.net. If you want to go through by the call as well, it is 050-9921-728. It is 050-9921-728. And that is it about QNET for you. So whoever will reach out to you, be telling you that there's a job offer somewhere, and he's offering you that very brand QNET and using that very medium to get you from Ghana elsewhere. We beg of you, pressure not those one. Have a rethink about it. Finally, before you go, Yoko, final words from you. Dominic.
Yeah. So we want the public to know that human trafficking exists. And all of us, I mean, everyone here, we're all potential victims. Why do I say this? I think somewhere this year or last year, we received some victims from Nigeria, and one of them was a law enforcement officer. You understand? So if a law enforcement officer has fallen victim for the scam, we've had instances where some of the victims are teachers, some of them are nurses.
These are people who should know better.
Exactly. So it means that we are all vulnerable. You understand? So we all have to come together in this fight against human trafficking and other scams. So we entreat the public to report any suspicious activities they see in their various communities to the respective law enforcement agencies, because we can't do it all. We need their support to combat this crime.
Nice one. Theodosia, as well as Dominic and also Stanley, thank you very much for this education.
So, would you want us to touch on social media platforms?
Yes,
and
please
hotlines
please do.
At least people can go there and get enough information. So if you want to contact EOCO, you go on our Facebook handle, Facebook at EOCO Ghana.
Facebook at EOCO
Ghana, EOCO.
Okay.
That is in caps, actually. All our handles are in caps. You go on X at EOCO Ghana, Instagram at EOCO Ghana, as well as YouTube. You can also visit our website, www.eoco.gov.gh, or call our hotline, 0247
419
419
419
419
419.
And then our WhatsApp line, very, very important.
Yeah.
0579 70 90 66. So that's a WhatsApp line.
Okay,
so
that's
you can
a
get
WhatsApp
in touch
line.
with us.
We beg of you, when you're reaching out to Yoko, for those of you who be doing those prank calls and the prank text messages, we mean business. And as a matter of fact, you can actually be charged if everything you be doing is
No,
prank.
we can even track you.
Okay.
Wherever you find yourself and you think you can prank us, we can actually try. So people shouldn't waste their time and they shouldn't waste our time as well.
Nice one. Thank you very much, Theodosia, Dominic, and also Stanley for coming through. That was a great conversation we've had. So QNET is the conversation we had over here. 55 minutes after 4, Love 99.5 FM, City's greatest late afternoon show.